welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all very well today. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post over here at least 3 times a week. I also have a vlogging channel where I try to post weekly on there too. So today I'm very excited to share with you the brand new Catwoman palette from the DC Revolution range. So if you haven't already seen, we've done a haul already showing the collection. I'm just doing a bit of first impressions of them, and then I've done a Harley Quinn palette with a Harley Quinn look, and now we're on to our third video of the series, which is the Catwoman palette, and I'm very excited for this one. This is a very pretty palette that I nearly didn't buy, but let's get straight on with this video. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, and let's get started. So I'm just going to start off by showing you guys the palette. She is absolutely gorgeous. The packaging to start off with is so pretty and so kind of glamorous. And I have mentioned in my other videos that these all have kind of little slogans and titles on them. So this one says meow, and it just feels such an elegant, pretty palette, and it just gives me Catwoman vibes all over. So this is what the palette looks like, and then once you open it up, it's got some gorgeous shades in here. So in total it's got 2 mattes and then the rest are shimmers. So it is a gorgeous palette. I wasn't sure about it at first because the 2 mattes are very neutral and nude mattes, and I was like, well, how am I going to create a look using 2 matte shades and the rest being really bright coloured shimmers? So I have had a think, and I have come up with something that I do want to do, but these are the colours, and some of my favourites are this bright purple here, and I really like the gold. The gold is really calling my name at the moment. But I'm just going to jump straight into this, and I'm going to use my P. Louise base, and I'm going to use this one. This is in the shade 0, and this is kind of the lightest one they do, and that is what it looks like. So I'm just going to use this flat brush. I actually got this one recently, and I'm completely obsessed with the handle on it. I think it's super pretty. And I'm just going to get some product here, and I'm just applying this to my lid and all around my lid as a base. I love this one because it's really bright, and it does a really good job as an eye base and as a primer, and it helps the pigment just stick to my eyes so much better. I got my hair done recently as well, so it's feeling a lot more blonde and my roots are a lot better. Felt like I've needed to get my hair done for so long, and I finally got it done, and I'm literally so happy. So now that I look pretty insane, I'm going to get one of my beauty blenders out, and I've actually got a new packet of beauty blenders today, and I'm literally down to 1 already in there because I've used so many filming. But I'm just going to blend this in. I don't want to be too harsh on it because I still want to be able to see kind of like the bright colour underneath, but I want it to be nice and blended so the pigments stick to it. So that is now what it looks like. Now it's all blended in. So I'm going to go straight in with this palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is kind of like a darker nude. It's kind of like a grey nude colour, and it's really pretty, but I'm going to go in with that one. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush, and this is the 310 brush. This is one of my absolute favourites. My 2 favourite brushes by Real Techniques are the 310 and the 301. So I'm just dipping into that shade there, and I don't know if I mentioned, but this has got a mirror, and I just love when palettes have mirrors on. I just think it's so useful, and it's just something that I'm really about in a palette. So I'm just blending this in my crease in the outer corner of my eye, and it's actually quite a delicate colour. So I'm just going to zoom you guys in. I always end up doing this like halfway through my video and remembering it's probably better if I zoom in. So that is what it's looking like. You can see the kind of subtle dusky kind of grey with a little bit tint of pink in. I'm just going to do the same thing on my other lid. I'm just blending this into my outer corner. So now that's applied, I really want to use that really delicate pink colour there. So I'm going to go in with the same brush, and I'm just dabbing some of that on. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but all the matte shades have an imprint of a cat, obviously of Catwoman, like the little logo. I just think that's really cool, and that's really creative. So I'm just blending this out, and this is going to take a little bit of blending, a bit of buffing, because it's quite a delicate and quite a light colour. We're going for more like a natural and nude look today. I've been doing a lot of bright colours recently, so I really wanted to do something more natural, something more nude. So I'm just blending this out, and this pink is gorgeous. I feel like I wasn't a big fan of the grey because I don't feel like it did a lot for me. It didn't really show up as well, and I don't know, it wasn't really my kind of shade, but this one I do quite like. So I'm just going to keep building this up and playing with this until I'm happy with it. So now I've got that kind of nude colour on my eyes. It's quite lightly pigmented, so it's hard to get it to show. But I'm going to go in with some of the shimmers because I feel like these will definitely help out a little bit. So I think I'm going to go in with this red shimmer because this one looks like a really, really nice one. And I'm just going to really gently blend this into the outer corner of my eye to kind of darken that up a bit and give it a bit more depth. So I'm just grabbing some of this shimmer, and I'm not sure how well this is going to work with it being a shimmer, but I'm just going in on the outer corner with it just to add a little bit more depth to it and add more colour in, I'm hoping. So at the moment that's actually working quite well. So that's what it's looking like just from doing that. So it actually has kind of deepened it up and given it a nice kind of warm tone. I'm just going to do the same thing with my other eye. I wasn't sure if I did this, if there would just be a ridiculous amount of fallout and if it wouldn't really work, but it seems so far to actually be working. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend both of these out and just try to blend as I go along because it makes it so much easier at the end of the look and it all kind of just comes together a little bit nicer. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is the 324 brush from Real Techniques and it's such a gorgeous one. It's one of the limited edition ones that they brought out at Home Bargains and they're really, really good. So I'm just going to use this with no product on and I'm just literally blending the edges. I'm just really lightly buffing that. So now that is what that's looking like and it's kind of starting to come together as this look. I'm really, really loving the colours. I'm just going to try and tidy it up there because I've got a little bit of fallout there. So that's a little bit better. So I'm really liking the colours of this and I'm just going to look in the palette and just see what else there is that we can play with. So I'm going to go back in with that original pink that we used with the same brush that we used before and just blend this out into the red and kind of have a nice ombre kind of transition between the two. And I'm just going in the kind of like the first third of my crease reel. I don't really want to go any further than that. And then same thing on my other lid. That's just to kind of have a nice transition between the two shades and have it kind of build up and like deepen up as you get into my crease. So that is now what it's looking like and I'm really, really loving these colours. I honestly am. So I'm going to go in and I think I'm actually going to, I was going to do a cut crease but I don't think I really need to use a cut crease at the moment because there's quite a lot left from before. We've not really gone too far into the lid. So I'm going to go in with the glitters and it's so difficult to decide. I think I'm going to use the gold because the gold is gorgeous. It looks so classy. Just gives me Catwoman vibes. So I'm going to go in with this and look at how stunning that shade is. It's so gorgeous. And I'm just going to apply this onto my lid. I'm not starting right in a corner. I've left a little gap. So I'm not starting right there. I'm kind of starting here. So I have left a little gap. So my first impressions on this, it is a really pretty one. But it's not as shimmery as I thought it was going to be. And so far I have had a little bit of fallout. So I'm just going to apply this on there. And then I may actually apply another shimmer on top of that to kind of make it a little bit more shimmery, because if you see what I mean, it just kind of looks a bit yellow. You can't see the shimmer as much. So I'm just going to make that match on the other eye. So yeah, as I said, it looks a lot more yellow than it does shimmery at the moment. So I'm going to use that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply a little bit more to make this eye match the other one. And then I'm going to go over with this shimmer here, which is like a really nice champagne coloured shimmer. So I'm just going in and I'm just going to lightly do a dusting over the top of that gold with this. And that has really brightened it up and kind of made it shine a lot. So that is what it's looking like, and it is really, really brightened it up. I think I'm just going to go all silver on that because I'm not as fond of the gold as I thought I would be. So that's what it's looking like, and it's really brightened it up and it makes it look really nice. So I'm going to send on the other lid. You can still see the gold underneath, which is nice, but I've just gone over the gold completely because it just brightens the look up a lot more. It makes it look a lot shinier. And then there is a gorgeous colour here, and I'm going to be using this one for my inner corner, but I'm going to go over a couple of bits more first. So I'm going over with the pink. I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with that red again, and I'm just going to build up in the outer corner with that red and kind of blend it into my crease a little bit. So that's now how it's looking, and I really like this red. This red's like really pretty, and it blends really nicely with that really light coloured pink. It's really pretty. So this is now what it's looking like, and I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more again, just to kind of get rid of any harsh lines and just kind of make it look a little bit brighter. So this is how it's looking, and I'm starting to really like this. So I'm just going over the first third of my lid with this, just to get that really nice bright kind of ombre. And just kind of brighten it up, because I really like it when you've got like a really bright lid. It contrasts really nicely with the shadow. So that is pretty much applied, and now I'm going to go in with the one that I was talking about before, which is this gorgeous shade here. And I'm just using this as an inner corner highlight, and it's so gorgeous. So I'm just doing that the same on both sides, and it blends out quite nicely as well. It blends out really well. So that's what it's looking like, and honestly I love the colours. This is not at all what I planned for this makeup look, but I'm really happy it's kind of turned out this way. So I'm still working on it. We're now going to go in, and I'm actually going to use an eyeshadow as a liner, but not from this palette. So I'm going in with a shade from my Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 18 Tea, Truth or Dare, and I'm literally going in with this dark brown here, because I felt that'll go really nicely with that kind of like orangey reddy tone. I'm using this Real Techniques brush. This is the Definer brush, and I'm literally just using this to start to line my eyes, and that's what it's looking like at the moment. And I'm going to do the same on my other eye. So I'm just going to play with these until they are equal, which hopefully will happen. So that is what it's looking like. I've extended it onto my lid, and I'm doing the same thing on my other one, and just kind of pulling that. So that's now what it's looking like, and I'm so happy with this look so far. So I was going to go in with this mascara here. This is my Batman one from the DC collection, but I did this one yesterday on my Harley look. So I'm going in with this one today. This is the Colourpop Act Natural Defining Mascara, and I've never used this, so it's a bit of a first impressions. The wand does remind me a lot of one of the Primark ones, and Primark is like one of my favourite mascaras. So I'm just going to start to apply this. Yeah, I do really like this. It seems to be really good coverage. It kind of seems to be curling my lashes as I'm applying it. So this is now how it's looking. Now I've got my lashes done, and I've done my eyeliner. And do you know what? I really like this look. When I first got this palette, I really wasn't sure what I thought of it, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But now I've had it and I've had a play, I do love this. It gives a really pretty nude look. And I'm just going to top up on those shimmers, because I just love shimmers. They're gorgeous. So I'm going in with that kind of champagne colour again, and I'm just laying it on my lid. So all of these shimmers do actually have names, but Revolution put it on the protective packaging. So I have got rid of that now, so I don't know what the names of these are. But if I remember, I'll drop it in the description section down below for you. So this is now how it is looking, and I'm so obsessed. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. That is the complete look. This is something I don't normally go for, if I'm honest. I normally am going for like more colourful looks at the moment. That is really what I've been into. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed this. As I said, I'm more into kind of colourful looks at the moment, so it's kind of strange to go back and do more of a nude look, but I really have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this too. If you have, do not forget to smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a lovely little comment down below. Check out my other DC collection videos. As I said, my Harley one's gone up, my haul's gone up, and tomorrow it's going to be my Batman video. So I hope you all do enjoy that. But that is it from me for today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!